Assalamualaikum. Ading Gambiano, Albenyadi. Coral, they were finding. Ika Alka Moila. I hope you guys can hear me. Carrick said you can. Um, hope you guys can hear me. Albe Moikan. Nkai, be Gambia jang. Alhamdulillah. Nko nada fonyondingola, but fonyondingo man keno because of member caring. Kuwe mol sada, mol suno, mol kamfa. Ngaje iba funding care arrest la for doing nothing. Ibe manhandle la, ibe detain la for simply exercising their right, the constitutional right of the now brother Musa Enembara. Nye kola no bar ngalo blow mo tharene. Alaji Jeng, greetings to you as well. Greetings to everybody. Um, how is the people's mayor? He's fine. I think we're just busy monitoring the situation really on the ground. It's really sad what is happening. Both the mayor and I and the other MPs that I've met, they all very concerned, and rightly so, because this is not what we fought for. The change that we want for Gambia, this is not what it is. New youth so the manhandle content. I personally recognize these people, and I know the role they played to facilitate a change of government. But what we are seeing is Nimul, the formal passage because they've been caught pants down. So they're just buying time. If I have any opinion on it, I'll say they're just buying time. They're using this to create a bit of distraction to see what strategy that they will come up with to address the issue at hand. But the point is, our people are well aware. They know this issue cannot be brushed under the carpet. This issue will not be forgotten. This has been dragging since they came into the power. 2020, in the year 2020, that was the time that I called for a protest on this issue. I wrote a letter to the Attorney General demanding answers, demanding him to give us exactly the details of how these assets were sold. Also, how much was raised. I was calling him to come clean. I didn't reply, like personally. He mentioned that he's gonna go to Parliament to discuss this, but he went to the Parliament and downplayed the issue and make it like a joke, and then the next day he resigned. But then I called for a protest. That's like, let's go out and protest. I think that was a good time for it because that was just after the assets were sold. By then, Motol Nim be jail. Signing maybe some of the Motol Tinyata, or Wafita, Senka. But then we could have gone and so, but there's obviously, like I said before, there's no timeline of accountability. And Paul Melketa in the 1980s, people are being arrested and taken to court for it. So this will continue to linger. And so it's best for Barrow and his people to be truthful. We are very tired of being lied to, of being played, of being disrespected. That's fundamental here. This government have no respect for the citizens. They are indifferent. They are completely indifferent to the plight of the people, the young people, the Memudafent. When you need the level of suffering that you see, the fact that these people have conscience, to Noko, you had a madingol je basabe basakono. You are living comfortable in your home and everything. Politika taika wala shangon sunya ika ki fangola jifoko. Ando nyemo kili wala ke katara ala code like be kali like vita juman salo like work like koito la, but they are not. So I think they are just using this issue to buy time to calibrate their strategy and to create. I think eventually they will publish the list. Uh, but I know it will be a corrupted one. They will use the chance to redact some of the details out and even try to include certain people who are innocent in the process. But first of all, before I say anything, I have to commend my good brother um, at Republic, Mustafa Kedah. I'm so proud of him. Yeah. Walid, you are right. Talib guy, non Talabi, I was so happy to meet him. Kunun dada protest lale, but mangal jeno, dada banjuli, koi bota jela, dada IP kind of thing, police intervention unit, koi bota jela. Then he go for banjulu diva, bitaka water, then traffic was so terrible. And, but they keep moving them around and making displays, can do some of those, it's so much. And being a Kemoja, a very important point to make. That was very important because with all the rising crime in the country, they are not using the police to protect the citizens. Because when something happens, they are transport, they are struggling with logistics, there's no fuel, there's no this and that. But then when the issue is about the state, that's when you see how these people are prepared. They come up with sophisticated gear, top to bottom, like the cars that they are driving. Police station or police station, if it is not. That is a criminal act. Sunyaro leketa. If Balo Tinko, he's at a bankuke. Go after the truth. Go after the people million Waltaya Sunya. But don't go after the people they are demanding the truth. So it's very, very clear Barrow is not innocent in this. He's taking the side of the people, criminal, who took this. And by all means, I know because he is part of them. Barrow has no political will to fight corruption in the Gambia. He's sticking with it because he's part of it. So it's up to the Gambian people to really come to terms with the reality, to understand. Then give other people the benefit of the doubt. Whatever doubt you have about them, give them the benefit for it and advocate for change of government. Because the standards cannot get any lower. Whatever you are anticipating will happen with the change, it cannot get any worse than how it is right now. Because Allah President o mantana luring al tolye. Allah President o mantana luring punyaye. Our Gambian dingol Torah kane, the young people are suffering and they're hopeless environment. They have absolutely no prospect, no employment. The best that he can come up with for them to say Kombalki Saudi to go and do the domestic slavery there. Because Saudi, I looked at it, I researched this. Saudi, their minimum wage is 1,500, whatever their money. That means it is illegal for a human being to work below that amount to live a life that is dignified. But Barrow is willing to send our young people there to work maybe half of that amount, 700 or something, because he knows that the people are desperate. But when the people are desperate, the least that you do is give them their money, spend their money on them. Don't take their money on people who are already well off, who are ministers, business tycoons, well-connected folks who are already millionaires. And whatever the situation is at this point, when you look at it, you know Barrow is not standing with the Gambian people. That Barrow is not standing with the average person. That Barrow is not standing with the truth. This is why you are seeing what is happening right now, which is youths who are already demoralized, youths who are already desperate, to use that vulnerability against them, to use force, just because they are trying to make a statement peacefully. None of those people was armed. None of those people was using any sort of equipment to say what they are staring for trouble. They assembled to make show their grievances that if Barrow cares about them, let him side with the young people. If Barrow cares about the truth, let him stand for the truth. The truth is, release the list. Tell us exactly what happened. How was this thing sold? How much was made? Who did you sell them to? What are the complete number of assets that we have? Because there are what the court, the assets that got to the courts is no way compared to the total asset that was owned by Jam. It's way more. But yeah, Talantala Nyotema, they keep what they want to keep. This country is a ticking time bomb. There is desperation everywhere. What belongs to the people is being sold illegally to outside forces and other connected people. But what are we gonna do though as a citizen? Because it comes down to us. Power belongs to us, the people. So we just have to demonstrate that power. Either way that the people decide, that's how it should be demonstrated. The people that you all put in office, they don't care because none of them is standing with the people at this point, including Barrow, but especially Barrow because he's the one telling the police what to do. He's the one telling the police to arrest the young people. He's the one telling the police what to do with them. To further frustrate people who are already frustrated by the status quo. The cost of living here is unbearable. There's no jobs, there's no opportunities, there's no prospect to say, "Go, okay, the future is bright." But we have to somehow advocate for change, and not just change as change for the sake of it. We are looking for change that is meaningful. Have a replacement of people who is genuine, who cares about the people, who is compassionate about the people, who is honest and selfless. Those are traits that we have to look at our leaders for. Ultimately, this should be the end of President Barrow because the youths are the largest demographics. They control a significant amount of power in terms of changing government and who to elect in these offices. This entire government is corrupt. I see them as severely contaminated bunch of people, and I will go nowhere near them. At this point, a lot of effort happened for me to go and see Barrow. They told me. I'm like, okay, Allah Barakan the Kayan. I don't want to go anywhere near these people. So it's very sad to see what the situation is. And it looks like the future is more and more bleak than it already is because there's nothing left for the people. Those in charge are taking it all for themselves. They can drive along these roads and see the level of suffering around how the people are struggling, innocent women and children. Their conscience will not even tell them otherwise to say, oh, "Alanga Lord Yoli, alanga Adamadin Marquay." These are the people who elected us. These are the people who put us in office. Let's at least do something for them. But these people don't even think like that. Their level of thinking is no way around those kind of wavelengths. Every day they wake up and see what they can split amongst themselves and keep them. And they are good at lying about it. They are very good at scapegoating other people, the opposition, and other people. Everybody is wrong but them. And they are very misleading and corny. And the power belongs to the people, and we are the ones who must rise up one way or the other and end this nightmare that is happening in the country. Barrow has touched a very important demographic in this country, which is the young people. They are the largest and they have the highest at stake. Barrow has been very dishonest with them. He doesn't care about the plight of the people. So we just have to look for ways to bring change, meaningful change, before too late. And this 2026 is a very important time, and we are all doing our best to see how best we can bring an effective and meaningful change that will change the course of the country and advocate for truth and justice for the Gambian people. And that way everybody will be at peace. The country is at peace. Then that's when prosperity will come. Right now, these people are dishonest. They are very greedy. This is a clear manifestation of the greed that is in their heart. We advocated that Jammeh was stealing our stuff, and we want it to end. We want to account for stuff that he stole from us. And I was elated when I first heard that they will sell these things and then use it for reparation for the victims. And here we are. They sold them all. They kept the money for themselves. They distributed it amongst themselves. And they forgot about the victims. And that is the back of the victims that we had a change of government in 2026. The victims are still waiting for justice. The victims are still waiting for adequate compensation for many of the victims have waited, and then sadly many of them have passed away. May God rest his soul. May God rest their soul. But we'll continue to fight for the people. We'll continue to advocate for what is right for the country and for the people. So Allah Baraka, I'll just make a short statement. Like I said, I expressed that sadness that everybody's feeling right now. I went to the mayor, Charlie Benson, we had a chat, and he's very concerned about it. It's very sad to see that this is how our country has come to now, where the innocent young people who just gathered to make a statement peacefully are getting manhandled, are getting brutalized, are being treated as criminals. These are very fine young people. I've known most of them. They are good advocates for the country and for social justice. But let's see what the consequences will be. But let's continue to exercise restraint. Let's continue to maintain calm. Let's continue to stay peaceful. So protesting is a fundamental right for everybody. For every citizen, it's your right. And the country having to be treated like this in your own country is absolutely distasteful. And there has to be consequences for it. That means we have to bring change, inshallah. Allah Barak Allah. Thank you.